Imagine discovering that the person responsible for protecting your country's most valuable resource was secretly helping your enemy. Now imagine that resource is oil. Billions of dollars worth of oil. And imagine the money allegedly ended up funding militias attacking American troops. Because according to the U.S. Treasury Department, that's exactly what happened. On May 7, 2024, the United States Treasury sanctioned Iraq's deputy oil minister, Ali Maraj al-Bahadli. Not a smuggler, not a cartel boss, not some guy operating from a cave. The deputy oil minister. The guy whose job was to help oversee one of the largest oil industries on earth. According to Treasury officials, al-Bahadli allegedly helped divert Iraqi oil into networks tied to Iran-backed militias. And we're not talking about small money. Treasury estimates suggested the operation generated roughly $1 billion every year for Iran. $1 billion every year. According to Treasury reporting, corrupt networks allegedly mixed Iranian crude oil with Iraqi crude. Then came the paperwork. Documents were allegedly altered. Certificates allegedly forged. Shipments relabeled. Iranian oil suddenly became Iraqi oil. And once the oil entered the international market, the money started flowing. Not to Iraqi citizens, not to infrastructure, not to schools, not to hospitals, but allegedly into networks connected to Iran-backed militias. Groups accused of attacking American personnel. Think about how insane this is. The scheme wasn't stealing cash from a safe. It was stealing an entire country's future. One tanker at a time. And here's where this becomes your story. Since 2003, the United States has spent more than $2 trillion in Iraq. Trillion. With AT, American taxpayers funded reconstruction. American soldiers deployed repeatedly. American families buried loved ones. Thousands of service members were wounded. Many never came home. Now imagine hearing that an official inside the Iraqi government was allegedly helping generate money for groups attacking those same forces. That's not just corruption. That's betrayal. And the craziest part? Oil is Iraq's economic lifeblood. Around 90% of government revenue comes from oil exports. This isn't some side business. This is the engine that keeps the country running, which means every barrel diverted, every forged document, every fraudulent shipment was allegedly money taken from ordinary Iraqis. People trying to build lives, raise families, recover from decades of war. The people getting robbed weren't just Americans. It was Iraqis too. And this is where I'm going to lose it.
You had one job. One. Protect Iraq's oil. That's it. Not solve world hunger, not colonize Mars, not invent fusion power. Protect the oil. And according to Treasury officials, you allegedly turned the country's most valuable asset into a fundraising platform for the very groups helping destabilize the region. That's unbelievable. You know what makes this story different? The position. This wasn't a criminal infiltrating the government. This was the government. The fox wasn't sneaking into the henhouse. The fox was running the henhouse. And that's the part that should make everyone's blood pressure spike. Because corruption is bad enough, but corruption inside critical infrastructure, corruption inside the energy sector, corruption tied to national security, that's a completely different level. And while ordinary Iraqis struggled, while American taxpayers kept writing checks, while military families carried the cost, somebody allegedly figured out how to monetize the chaos. That's the pattern, every time. Regular people sacrifice, connected people profit. Regular people follow rules, connected people rewrite them. And somehow, the people causing the damage always end up in offices with titles: deputy minister, director, executive, chairman. Funny how that works. And then we wonder why public trust collapses, because stories like this teach people something dangerous, that the people in charge aren't protecting the system, they're mining it, like a resource, like a business model, like a personal ATM with a government logo on the front. $1 billion a year. Turns out corruption scales really well when you own the paperwork.
Subscribe to find out who makes the Otter angry next.
All individuals mentioned are presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Allegations discussed are based on sanctions findings and public reporting by the United States Treasury Department. The angry Otter is not a licensed oil minister, petroleum smuggler, international sanctions attorney, tanker captain, forged document specialist, or regional geopolitics consultant. Side effects may include outrage, disbelief, and staring suspiciously at every gas station you pass for the next 3 business days.